Among compact cars, there are a sea of choices to choose from with brands from Japan, America, and South Korea. However, for those few people looking for a German compact car, but don't want to flock to one of Germany's luxury brands with outrageous prices, the Volkswagen Jetta is really the only choice out there. So, let's go ahead and take a closer look and check out this 2017 Volkswagen Jetta. Now, the Volkswagen Jetta is one of the oldest vehicles in the compact car class, and it's been in this generation since the 2011 model year. Now, of course, VW has put a fair amount of updates on the Jetta over the years to keep it a little bit more competitive against cars in the compact car class. However, you could certainly tell that it's getting a little long in the tooth, and especially when you see the styling of the vehicle. Some vehicles in this class have sloping roof lines and they're a little bit more stylish, but we do get some nice styling touches such as LED daytime running lights, and I think VW makes one of the best looking LEDs out there. And then you also do have some okay looking 17-inch alloy wheels, which are welcomed, but overall it's not a bad looking vehicle, but it's pretty inoffensive looking, I have to say. Now here goes the key fob design for the vehicle. You have your lock unlock to release your trunk, and then you have a switchblade key. Your panic alarm is located on the side right here. And our Jetta we have here is the SEL trim. Alright, now stepping on inside of the Jetta here, not a bad looking interior design, especially since this vehicle has been in the same generation since 2011. I'm quite impressed. Now you do have push button ignition, just put your foot on the brake and hit the button to start. And what you're hearing there is a 1.8 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. You have a full leather wrapped steering wheel. Coming to your transmission, 6-speed automatic transmission here with manual shiftability. When you put the vehicle into reverse, this will display your rear view camera with guidance lines. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the headlights and the hazards. You have an automatic driver's side window. Let's go and check out the exterior of the Jetta. And pop up the hood and check out the engine bay. Heated exterior mirrors with LED turn signal indicators, and you have blind spot detection. Coming up front here, halogen headlights with LED daytime running lights, and you have halogen fogs. Now, powering the Jetta is the same engine that you'll also find in the Passat. It's a 1.8 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder that produces 170 horsepower at 4,800 RPM and 184 pound-feet of torque at 1,500 RPM, with EPA estimates being an okay 25 in the city and 35 on the highway. Now, there's also 2 other powertrains that you can get. If you're looking for a little bit more power and a little bit more fun, go with that 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder that's offered on the GLI model. And then I recommend avoiding the base 1.4-liter 4-cylinder engine, as it feels pretty anemic at times. But this 1.8-liter is okay, but the fuel economy is certainly not up to par with some of its competitors. Now, competitors of the Volkswagen Jetta, you have the vehicles in the compact car class. This includes the likes of the Toyota Corolla, Honda Civic, Nissan Sentra, Subaru Impreza, Mazda 3, Ford Focus, and the Chevrolet Cruze. EPA estimates, like I said, 25 city, 35 highway. Total vehicle price for our particular one is $26,050. Overall vehicle score, 5 out of 5. Shark fin antenna. You have all of your basic power necessities, power windows, power door locks, power mirrors. Interior quality in the Jetta is okay, but there certainly are cars that are better in this class. The dashboard is all soft touch, which is nice, and the upper door panel all hard touch plastic, mid door panel hard touch too. But the build quality is okay, but like I said, there are cars that are a little bit better. Interior quality can be improved in the Jetta here. Now in terms of the steering design, pretty good looking steering wheel. I love the high gloss black trim. It's fairly stylish and sporty. But over here you do have your cruise control, and you do have adaptive cruise control too. And over here we have your steering wheel mounted audio controls with Bluetooth phone controls. The steering wheel also does manually tilt and telescope with an okay range of adjustment here. Up here you also do have a manually dimming rearview mirror and your map lights, SOS safety connect, and your sunroof controls. Then you have your sunglass container. Down here you have a little storage cubby, 12-volt power outlet, and a USB charging port, as well as your auxiliary input. And you have dual cup holders, your parking brake. Would love to see it be electronic in the future, however. And then you have your center console with an okay amount of space. The seats are really comfortable in the Jetta. They're pretty supportive and they hold you in place fairly well, but they don't feel firm, which is nice, but they have the nice right amount of softness or plushness to them. Thigh support is pretty good too. Visibility is also excellent out of the Jetta, and it features lots of glass area all around with pretty thin A-pillars. Seeing out of the windshield is pretty good, and rearward visibility isn't too shabby when you compare it to some other vehicles in the class. You also do have automatic climate control, fan speeds, and you do have dual zone, which is nice. You have your temperatures. Then you also do have 3-stage heated seats for the driver and the front passenger. And your different zones are right here. Pretty easy to figure out and pretty easy to use. Now coming to the infotainment system and the main head unit. Now this is a really intuitive head unit and it's fairly responsive. One of the best head units in the business. Now coming to your different audio sources, we do have all of the norm AM, FM, XM satellite radio, as well as Bluetooth streaming audio, your CD player, which many vehicles are starting to get rid of nowadays, your SD card slot, which most people won't use that mainly for music, but you can put images onto here from the SD card. You also do have your auxiliary input, all that good stuff. You also do have your Bluetooth phone. You can hook up your Bluetooth phone, have all of your contacts stored on here, have an integrated dial pad. Then you have your voice recognition too. Coming over here, we have your navigation system, which actually your navigation system is also from your SD card. Then you have your info, which on the information it'll show you like nearby gas prices and all that good stuff. And then you have your app connect, which is for your Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, as well as your mirror link. And there's many different settings that you could change for the system, including the display, language, voice operation. And you also do have your sound settings, like the bass, mid-range, treble, balance, and fader. Then you have live traffic, but you have to have the SD card inserted for that. But overall, very intuitive system with pretty good graphics and rendering. I love this head unit here. Gauges in the instrument cluster have a pretty traditional looking setup. There's nothing too out of the ordinary here, but you won't find anything like a TFT instrument cluster, maybe on the next generation Jetta, however. On the left you have your coolant temperature as well as your tach, and on the right you have your speedometer and your fuel gauge. In the center will show you basic vehicle information such as your exterior temperature readout, fuel range, your adaptive cruise control, your audio source, and then your navigation shows your turn by turn direction, your phone, and your driver assistance settings like your blind spot, front assist, and your rear cross traffic alert, and other settings such as your time, language, units, and your snow tires. But overall, pretty basic looking driver information center. Now as far as the way the Jetta drives, the best part about driving this vehicle is that it has a pretty good balance between decent ride comfort and decent handling. But if you go for the GLI model, it certainly feels a little bit more buttoned down. It feels a little bit more sporty, but it's no high performance car by any means. But the ride comfort is still pretty compliant and pretty absorbent, and can be fairly quiet at highway speeds. The 1.8 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder we have here makes for pretty good power for the Jetta, much better than what it does in the Passat. And I would certainly go for the turbocharged 4-cylinder over the base engine. But if you even want more power, then go for that 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. The 6-speed automatic transmission also shifts pretty well too. Alright, and let's go ahead and shut down the Jetta. Let's go and check out the rest of the vehicle. Materials and build quality do follow through in the rear, and you do have rear adjustable headrests. Now sitting back here, you'll find a 12-volt power outlet as well as a single map pocket. Now the Jetta has one of the roomiest rear seats in the compact car class. There's plenty of room when you have the seat pulled up a little bit more. I mean, the seat is all the way back here, and there's plenty of headroom too. And you also do have rear center armrests with cup holders. And the seats themselves are pretty comfortable. All right. Plenty of trunk space in the Jetta. Has one of the roomiest trunks in the class, and the rear seats do fold down 60-40 split by pulling on the levers right there. So with its roomy and comfortable cabin, its wide array of powertrains, and its excellent tech interface, the 2017 Volkswagen Jetta makes for a pretty good choice in the compact car class, despite it being one of the oldest cars in the class. So remember that this is Cameron Birch from Cameron's Car Reviews.